So my short-term goal for Brad is that within 2 weeks, Brad will locate and reach for toys positioned on his left side using compensatory head turning with no more than one verbal cue in 4 out of 6 opportunities. My activity for Brad is using Fisher-Price rings and putting them on his left side so it allows him to compensate turning his head to counteract that Hemanius Manciopia in his left eye and use his right field of vision to locate and interact with the object, which is the ring, and bring it over to his right side in his field of view. I have a couple different options, and what I'm trying to do is I want to start in the middle and I want to bridge out like this on his left side. I'll position the phone so you can see it. So it allows him, he grades it in a way that he's able to move over. And I'm just curious about how far Brad can compensate and look towards it on his left side. So I have a whole bunch of colors. The materials I'm using are just the Fisher-Price rings and the therapy environment. I'll be there supporting Brad's core. And again, why these work is they're brightly colored. It allows a good contrast so he can see it. And it allows for him to easily spot it with his visual deficits. To grade this assignment, I have different sizes of rings. They range in sizes, which is really nice. To make this harder, I'd use a smaller ring like this. To make it easier, I'd use a bigger ring. I can also space it out, grade it, by showing how far it is from Brad. If it's closer in his field of vision, that'll be easier for him. If it's farther away in his field of vision, again, that'll be harder for him. So just grading it based on the environment, the environmental cues, and the feedback I'm getting for him. If he's able to go more, obviously I'll explore how far he can go, and I'll grade it based off that. So today, the kitchen floor is our therapy gym. This is our therapy space today. This is Brad. So today, I'll position myself behind Brad, just like this, on the side, positioning myself so I'm counteracting on his left side with his left Hemanius Manciopia in his eyes and his left forward trunk control. So I'm right behind him, contact guarding, even when he needs to. The activity I'm going to be doing today is we'll be using these Fisher-Price rings. I'm putting it out to the side, just like this, and I want him to use compensatory head turning movements and turn his head this way using his right arm to bring the ring over to his right field of view over there. Just like that. Good job, Brad. Perfect. Can we do one more?
No.
Can we do one more?
No.
Alright, perfect. Thanks. So why I decided to do this activity today is because it promotes his visual scanning to the left side. It promotes his compensatory strategies to compensate for his visual deficits. It helps him with his postural support with me being so close and contact guarding. And it also helps build some functional independence and autonomy. Unfortunately, these conditions that Brad has, they're not going to go away. They're not really going to get better. But he can learn different strategies in order to help himself out in the future. So why I'm doing this is it allows an early base for him to learn and grow using the right skills and right foundations in order to continue to compensate for his deficits later in life. For my considerations, my scenario is that Brad said no, as seen in the demo. He said no a couple of times. I was still able for him to do the meaningful activity with me, but the way to counteract that would be to use a snack. I could ask his parents or one of his family members, what does he eat all the time? He can use popcorn or Cheez-Its. I can even have them bring it in. And to counteract that response, I'd use a good reinforcer and a good motivator like food. And I can put that farther and farther away on his left side so that he has to use his right eye and his right field of vision in order to see that left side, to counteract his Hemanius Manciopia. So to counteract that, that would be my backup plan for the scenario. Yeah, thank you guys.